How's everybody doing today? So I wore this to church today, and my son says I look like Fleur Delacour from Harry Potter, to which then I had that stuck in my head the whole time, but whatever. This is just one of my hats. I enjoy wearing hats, and so I thought I would do video with one on so you guys can see it. Anyways, so I noticed, and I hope I can explain this great. So you know how you have certain, like your memory's triggered by different senses. So like if you smell something, it will just remind you, it will trigger a memory. Well, lately for me, sounds have been triggering memories. Like there's these birds I hear outside, and I hear them in the morning, and it brings me such joy, and I can't explain it, and I can't place it. The only thing I could think of is when I lived in a place that was cold, that in the winter, there were no birds and you couldn't hear the birds. And so then when I would hear the birds again, that meant spring was coming. Well, when you're in places that are warm year round, you hear the birds every morning. And I love hearing the birds in the morning. I don't know, when I hear them in the morning, it just brings me such joy. I can't even explain it. But then there's also certain songs that you hear that stir up memory. I literally, Red Red Wine by UB40 reminds me of being in junior high and going to the high school football games and playing on this hill. And whenever I hear that song, I instantly feel like I'm back in junior high. Like whenever I hear Tribe Called Quest, it reminds me of, Can I Kick It? My freshman year at BYU. It reminds me of my good friend, Sarah Banker. There's just certain songs you hear that stir up memories. And I love that. I love how I could be driving down the road and a song could come on and it will just it will just bring up like the best or most happiest memory or even sad memories. Forever I couldn't listen to, I know this is silly, but I couldn't listen to the acoustic album of Maroon 5 because those brought up memories of Rob. Like we were listening, that was something we listened to all the time, and I had a hard time with those. Oh my goodness, whenever I hear Beatles' Rubber Soul, whenever I hear the album, it takes me into my childhood of Saturday mornings. My dad would blast the radio or blast the stereo, and it would be Rubber Soul, and that meant chores. So I hear that and I'm like, I need to get up and do chores on Saturday morning. So it's so fun to hear just different songs and how they stir up, certain emotions or certain memories that you have with your kids. Like for a long time when Robbie was on his mission and he was in England, I didn't see him, and I would hear, I can't remember the name of the song, but when it would come on, I would just instantly start bawling because it made me miss him so much. Whenever I hear the old 21's Pilots, it makes me miss Jake and just so many things like that, and there's certain songs that I hear at church that just, you just love. Like I'll always have a memory of standing up and singing the Star Spangled Banner at church. And literally we get done with it and my dad goes, "Play ball." And so whenever we sing that, I could hear my dad at the end, whether I'm at a game, a sporting event, or I'm at church, we see that, I could hear my dad saying, "Play ball." And I just love, how we do have those other senses that remind us of things and bring back memories and bring back, whether it's painful memories, which sometimes is hard. Some music, or some, things are hard to hear, or if they just bring back just pure joy. And so I'm just wondering, is there any, to share, just the different ideas that you have, the different songs that just bring you pure joy, and to share those with each other. And just, it's kind of fun to think about and to talk about. It's a little different, but it's also kind of nice to have something to, I don't know, to just stir up memories like they do. It's a whole different sense that I literally can't explain. That it just will take you instantly back into that memory and instantly back to that time. And I just love it. So when you hear the birds in the morning, you just think of me, and I just think, it means going to be warm soon, or it's starting to be warm, and it just makes me so happy. It just brings me just so much joy. So I hope you all have a wonderful week, and I hope you think about what that is that brings you those things. And it could be something, you know, it could be, who knows what it could be. I know it's different for everybody, but I hope you all have an absolutely wonderful week, and that you enjoy my, apparently, my Harry Potter look. Anyways, have a great week. Thanks.